People who watch anime. What is an anime you'd recommend to someone who is just starting to get into it? Depends entirely on the person. What genres do you like? What's your commitment level? Movie versus series? Exactly this. Anime doesn't exist in some completely separate realm of storytelling. It's just another medium for it. What you'd like depends on what you look for in a story. People will call it the animation genre and it's dumb. Doesn't only apply to anime either. Know a lot of people who refuse to watch Western cartoons as well simply because of the medium. Often with the argument that it's just for kids. Personally, I'm not a fan of the traditional anime art style. But there are still plenty of anime I watch simply because I enjoy the story. And I'm always open to recommendations. I'm not really an anime person, but I really liked the original Ghost in the Shell. The Laughing Man story arc be relevant these days. I once made the connection between the Laughing Man copycats and people licking ice cream in stores for likes. The standalone complex can be found all around social media platforms. It's crazy. Dude. I thought the exact same thing. Peeper right in the pussy was the exact same thing. Whole thing was scripted with actors and then people started actually doing it. Pretty much any Miyazaki movie. That said, Cowboy Bebop was my introduction to it and it got me hooked. Agreed, Cowboy Bebop was my first time. My wife fell in love with anime after Full Metal Alchemist. Love Full Metal Alchemist. But TBF. I already loved anime. Yeah, but if it's your first anime, Brotherhood tends to be a better introduction. Watch the movie Howl's Moving Castle. It's brilliant. Recommend pretty much anything from Ghibli. Recently watched From Up on Poppy Hill and really enjoyed it. Agreed. Princess Mononoke was the first I ever watched when I was about 11. I loved it. Mob Psycho 100. Short but fantastic characters and animation. It has a good balance of heart, comedy, and action. Oi. Mabu? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, it's a really good anime. Probably my favorite one. Anime movie recommendations as well, please. Personally, I recommend Your Name. It's really good for anyone looking for a slice of life. A Silent Voice is also a great movie that was kinda overshadowed by Your Name when it came out. I second A Silent Voice. I third A Silent Voice. Yeah, I liked Erased. LS help me, is there anything else like that one? Angel Beats has some similar themes. And similarly isn't a very long series. On the subject of Erased, anyone who is thinking to watch it shouldn't skip the intro sequence. Watch it every time. I'm just starting to get into anime and I really enjoyed The Promised Neverland. It's a little creepy though, so if you aren't into that then I wouldn't recommend. Already watched it and I loved the first season. I've been watching anime for a while. But I was just curious as to what others would recommend people. Death Note. Fantastic real-life anime. As in, while it has supernatural themes, it is based in a real-world scenario where the supernatural isn't normal. Fairly dark but not particularly gruesome. Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood. Brilliant anime which is kind of sci-fi/magic. Very dark themes, however this is balanced by a lot of comedy. Attack on Titan. Really gruesome. Action-packed with a great story. If you watch these and enjoy them, then select any from the following: Naruto, Boku no Hero Academia, One Punch Man, Demon Slayer, Seven Deadly Sins. Piggybacking on this, as for real-life anime, I'd definitely suggest Monster. It's twice as long as Death Note and does drag a bit. But I highly recommend it anyone looking for psychological thriller. I second Monster and can't recommend it highly enough. However, I would put a caveat that it is not something I would recommend to get someone into anime because it is just a really great thriller show that happens to be animated in Japanese. It is a show I would recommend to someone who doesn't like anime. But there's a big jump between Monster and most of anime. Did you grow up watching shonen? Check out Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Death Note and Attack on Titan. Those are very mature shonen anime that are just as good as anything on HBO. Mob Psycho 100 is a great shonen series as well. Never have watched anime? Watch Monster, Cowboy Bebop and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Some of the deepest shows out there in any medium. Like science fiction? Ghost in the Shell, the first film in the series. Standalone Complex, Psycho-Pass and Steins Gate are great. Like horror? Elfen Light is excellent. The creators of Stranger Things took a lot of elements from this show. The Monogatari series is great as well if you are into avant-garde. Parastai the Maxim is a hell of a ride. Like more realistic shows? Your Lie in April. Nana. Welcome to the NHK. March comes in like a lion. Kokoro Connect and Sound Euphonium are all very realistic shows. Like drama? Check out Darker Than Black, Shinseki Yori, Code Geass, Noir, Black Lagoon and Gunslinger Girl. Fantasy? Berserk, Re:Zero and Grimgar are well done. Forgot No Game No Life and The Vision of Escaflowne. Comedy? FLCL, Kill La Kill, One Punch Man and The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya are the best. Spiritual? Mushishi and Wolf's Rain are for you. Forgot to mention Kino's Journey and Hibane Renmei. Into films? Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Your Name, Wolf Children, Millennium Actress, Grave of Fireflies, A Silent Voice, 5 centimeters per second. Paprika and The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya are the best. Undefined. First time I've ever heard of someone mentioning Grimgar. I miss that anime so freaking much. And I hate that it got me all invested for only one season. Honestly, I feel like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood has kind of become the new go-to series to introduce people to anime. It's a good series with a lot of heart and emotion and a diverse range of characters. It's a story that can touch a lot of people and everyone can find somebody in there to connect with. And it's a good testament to how powerful and unique the storytelling of anime can be. And it's not too fan service. If you get my drift. I don't like anime in general because a lot of them are way too perverted. One Punch Man. It's a good watch. Not too long either. My own first anime was Naruto, which is really good as well. It's just kinda long, but if you decide to watch it, skip the filler episodes. I have a friend who has watched practically zero anime in his life that loves One Punch Man. So this is a good one. One Punch Man is awesome. But it really is fully appreciated by recognizing the other animes that it parodies. Monster. A based in reality thriller about a doctor in post-Cold War Germany who saves someone he shouldn't have and spends the rest of the series attempted to correct that mistake. That's not an anime I'd recommend for a first-time anime viewer unless they really like that specific subgenre in their TV watching. The Promised Neverland is pretty good. That one was pretty good. I'm on the second season ATM. Trigun. Trigun is a good place to start. That and Cowboy Bebop is what got me into anime. Hunter x Hunter. Why did it take this long of scrolling to find this one? Hunter x Hunter is in my top 3. 100%. Plus, as someone new to anime, shonen style is definitely the best type to get into. Examples: Naruto, One Piece, My Hero Academia, etc. They all involve fighting and leveling up, which is super easy to follow and enjoy. But Hunter x Hunter just has such a beautiful art style, amazing pacing, and lovable characters. Tournament-esque anime is the best. Only reason I don't recommend it is because it'll never finish lol. While it technically isn't finished, I think it's still a good start. A lot of the basic storylines of the characters resolved by the end of the anime, so it still works as a finished show, I think. It just isn't finished in the sense that there are more journeys ahead. Any Studio Ghibli movie. A silent voice. This movie is absolutely amazing and beautiful emo. It's more slice of life, but again it's awesome. It's about a former bully trying to make amends for his actions of bullying a deaf girl and the girl recovering from the trauma of it as well. Highly recommend. The Promised Neverland. It has action. Pretty compelling story and characters. Emo. Characters are likable yet still have flaws. Made me cry at one point, which is hard for me to do with TV shows and movies, so that says something. I also really like the designs of the non-human characters. More on the sci-fi side. Emo. Demon Slayer. Also a pretty compelling story, but does have some flaws. Emo with the story, but still highly enjoyable. Seeing Tanjiro protecting Nezuko after what happened to them and being there for each other is pretty wholesome, and you want them to stay together and make it alive. The fight scenes are absolutely amazing, and one of my favorite things about this show, and the demon designs are awesome. Mushishi. If you want something really chill, this is good. There's these spirit animal things called Mushi, and this guy named Ginkgo travels around helping people with Mushi related ailments, which there are a variety of. My Hero Academia. Emo. I think this is a pretty good introductory anime, especially if you like superheroes. It's about these kids and they all have quirks, powers, as well as the majority of the world. A kid who was quirkless gains a quirk and then goes to a hero school to realize his dream of becoming a hero. They also encounter villains along the way, and the fight scenes are pretty dope. I personally like the side characters better. Nothing wrong with the main one, I just find the others more interesting, but the main protagonist is cool too. I especially like Todoroki's arc and story. This and Mushishi helped me get into anime more. Cells at Work. Cute. Pretty wholesome, and if you like science, specifically biology and stuff, or just like to learn, you'd probably like this a lot. It's been admired and praised for it being pretty accurate actually, despite it being an anime. I watched an episode of the spin-off Cells at Work. Code Black, which takes place in an unhealthy body instead of a healthy one, and that's pretty good too. Need to catch up on it though. Do not introduce someone to anime with Grave of the Fireflies. Leave a like and a comment if you liked the video. Check out more Reddit related video, I am posting them daily. Subscribe to see more Reddit content.